If you're anything like me, you're always looking for ways to upgrade your car's entertainment system. And if you're an iPhone user, you know how convenient it is to have CarPlay integration in your vehicle. But what if your car doesn't support wireless CarPlay natively? That's where wireless adapters come in, allowing you to ditch the cable and get the seamless in-car experience. But are they worth your money? Let's find out. Now, this video is actually an update to the one I made about a year ago, where I not only showed you some great wireless CarPlay adapters, but I also talked to you about how Apple CarPlay works. Go ahead and check out this video right after this one, and I'll go ahead and link it in the description. When I did that last video, I only found 3 that worked really well. Since then, I picked up a ton more to try out. I used each one for about a week or 2. Wait. That's wrong. I tried to use each of these for a week or 2 to get a feel for how they work. If you're interested in trying out any of the ones that I recommend, I will have my affiliate link in the descriptions down below. This helps me pay for things and keep doing videos, so thanks. So, there are a bunch of comments in my last video that were constructive about how long the video was before I got to the adapters. So, I'm gonna take that advice and jump right into this. And when I tried these adapters, I looked for 4 things. Number 1, how fast and easy the first setup was. Number 2, how long it took to connect when I got in my truck during the day. Number 3, if I unplugged it, how fast would it reconnect? And number 4, my overall experience while using it. Let's start off with the quad lock, coming in at 99 bucks. Ouch. I really liked what this one had to offer. It's got the USB-A port so you can charge your phone if your ports are at a premium, but it also had a really cool interface that lets you add multiple phones, so if someone else is in the car and they wanted to connect, they could do that. Well, if it worked. It took forever for it to set up. The connection when I would get in my truck was hit or miss, and it was quite frustrating. Forget if I have to unplug it for any reason, it just wouldn't reconnect again. I even tried to update the firmware, but that didn't help. For $100, I thought this would be a lot better. So, needless to say, I do not recommend this one. I will link it down below if you think you'll have better luck, but not for that. On that topic of firmware updates, all of these adapters have been sitting in their boxes for a long time before we buy them. Now, most give you the ability that you can check to see if the firmware needs to be updated. Now, you can also send a message to the company with any issues that you might be having, which could help them fix the bugs. Check the instructions to see if yours shows you how. As far as the ones I used, all but these 2 had instructions on how to access it via your phone. Now, not all the IP addresses are the same, so make sure you check the manual. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to leave me a comment. And while you're down there, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up, sub, and ring that bell if you like what you're seeing. So, on the topic of these guys, first up is the Yihua 5.8 wireless CarPlay. It retails for 90 bucks, kind of expensive, but connecting the first time was no problem. It has a light to show that it's working and gave a basic connection screen. When I would get in the truck to go somewhere, it connected pretty quick. If I had to unplug it for any reason, it took a minute or 2 for it to reconnect. As far as my overall experience, I was pretty happy with how it worked. For the price, I wish it had the same features as that first one I was talking about. That might make it worth the price. But in my opinion, it's just too expensive. Now, this one from Bidugu, it retails for 33 bucks and right now has an additional 15% off on Amazon. Setup was a little slow the first time, and even when shooting the B-roll for this video, it was slow. But after some messing around, I was able to get it to work. As far as when I got in the truck and started up, it wasn't always perfect. I did have to on occasion unplug it and even redo the setup. Now, like I stated in my last video, the issues I could be having could be related to the truck. I just want to make that clear. That being said, this is a really good price and it worked most of the time, so it might be good for you. But I do have some better options later in this video, so stick around. This next one is not that one. Coming in at 90 bucks, this one from iTodo might appeal for those who love the carbon fiber look. However, this price, it didn't really do anything special. Setup was quick, and when I would get in the truck and start up, it connected okay. Sometimes I'd have to start driving and then it would connect. I had no issues unplugging it and getting it to reconnect. It worked pretty well when I used it. The cord is kind of short, so it may not work for most people. And for the price, it's just not worth it. So now that we have the okay ones out of the way, let's get to the great ones. First up is this little adapter from Amsfeel. This always seems to be on sale for 30% off, so $69.99. But right now, it has an additional 20 bucks off. And I don't normally like this style too much, but it is small enough that I can close into my center console when it's plugged in. Now it also has a USB female to USB-A and USB female to USB-C, which is something else I don't normally like too much. However, this was pretty tight and stayed in.
Really? Nothing.
The first setup was super easy and quick. It does light up to show that it's getting power and has the startup screen to show that it's actually doing something. Whenever I got in my truck, it just worked. It connected super quick. If I unplugged it, this had no issues reconnecting again. And as far as my overall experience, I was really happy with this one. And I can say with confidence, this is one of those ones that I definitely recommend if it's something that would work for you. Now, this one looks really similar to the Amsfeel, but the seller is Vanillerglee. Jesus. If you know how to pronounce that, go ahead and leave me a comment down below. Now, this one is $39.99 right now. It's also very nice looking, so if you have a USB port out in the open, at least it looks good. Unfortunately, it doesn't come with an extension cable, so that could be a deal breaker for you. This is also small enough to fit in my console. The setup for this one is identical to the Amsfeel. It also connected with no issues, and it was pretty quick whenever I got in my truck and started it up. Unplugging it, zero issues at all reconnecting, and my overall experience on this one was also really, really good. One time, I had an issue with it not connecting, and I had to unplug it. But in my opinion, that could have been my truck's fault. Who knows, but that was the only time. Again, I highly recommend this one if you don't mind plugging it right in. Next up is this one from JDG, coming in on sale right now for about 40 bucks. Now this one, in my opinion, was the best of the bunch. I wasn't sold on the connected wire because if it fails, it's pretty much useless. But at least it's longer than the previous one I talked about. Now, first setup was absolutely awesome. It has a little power indicator light and a nice setup screen to let you know that it's working. This was the fastest connecting each time when I would start my truck up. If I had to unplug it, reconnection issues, no problem. And I ended up using this one the longest because it works so damn well. Look, they're not perfect 100% of the time. They might stutter or skip a little bit. On occasion, they might freeze for a second or two. Some way worse than others. But these three, in my opinion, are just the best of the best, and they are worth your money. I think you would be happy with any of them, just like the winner from my last video, which you can check out right here. And if you haven't hit that sub button, what are you waiting for? Also, ring that bell so you won't miss my next video. See ya.